Hey guys, it's a beautiful day, a beautiful evening, a beautiful morning, and it's time for another Team Talk Live. I'm Terilee Harrison with Team Referral Network Virtual Chapters, and I am on today with Brian McNeill, the best sales coach. Here he is. Brian, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Sister Terilee. I'm excited to be with you, and I brought something to give. I appreciate our prayer before we started because I thank God for this opportunity to serve.
So right. I think that when we serve and all we do, that's when all the good things happen. And imagine if everyone shows up in service all the time. What what
Yes.
what could we do to all make a better impact and
Mm.
bigger impact on the world? All for the good, right?
And we're
Mm-hmm.
supposed to. So,
And
yes.
yes, we're supposed to. Oh my goodness. Hello, right? Let
Hmm.
me give you just a little bit more for those who haven't met Brian. Brian is known as the best sales coach. I wasn't making that up. He is a virtual sales manager, an author, a sales coach, a sales speaker. He's also the owner, I'm not going to segue into this, of mycigartime.com, but if you're interested, talk to him. You can find him at brianmcneil.com, and he comes to us. Are you in North Carolina today?
I am in Charlotte, and it's actually Brian K. McNeill. People
Oh,
miss
oh,
me a lot. BrianKMcNeill.com. Yep, they missed that K.
I'll make sure. And you know what? The K probably makes all the difference in the world. Guess?
It does. It does.
Oh,
I try
wow.
very, very hard when I get booked for them to list my name as Brian K. McNeill. Because if you
Right.
Google search Brian McNeill, you get, a lot of stuff.
Yes. Okay.
But
I
Brian
will.
K.
I'll
will get me.
okay.
Hmm.
All right. I got the message now, and I will use the K from now on. From now on. So, Brian, I know you're excited because you have something that you would love to share to help revolutionize how our business owners are thinking and how they're behaving. And so, I'm going to lob it over to you, and let's have you share and let's chat about it.
Got it. All right. Now, I am a sales champion and a sales coach. And I do believe that God has uniquely gifted me and qualified me and prepared me to teach men and women how to sell themselves and their services better than they ever have before. Even in 2020, today, as late as today, if I tell someone, hey, look, I'm going to introduce you to somebody and he's a salesman type, what kind of
Oh.
image comes to mind? For a lot of people, the image is pushy or overbearing, or it's not a pleasant thing. And the reason why people have that not pleasant image, that overall negative image of salespeople, is over time in our country's history, salespeople earned that negative image. At one time, salespeople had the advantage over the customer, over the potential client, because they knew numbers and the client didn't, and they had to rely on that. But in 2020, that's not the case. The salesperson does not have the advantage. Very often, the people that you're selling to know as much as you do about what you're offering, and sometimes even more. Okay. And they can Google search you and check you out right there in your face. So you can't sell today the way you used to sell. I am very, very often telling people if you're trying to sell today the way you did just 5 years ago, you're losing ground. You can't sell like you did back then. You have to sell the way they buy today. For example, there was a wonderful movie, one of my favorite movies called Glengarry Glen Ross.
Mm.
Glengarry, and it's a movie about salespeople, and it's really rugged. Baldwin, Alex Baldwin is the star, one of the stars in the movie.
Okay.
Glengarry Glen Ross. And
Okay.
in that movie, he does a sales meeting, and a lot of people on here will know about the sales meeting I'm talking about. And he's berating his sales force, and he's browbeating in his sales force, and he's telling them, "You guys, you got to use the ABCs of selling." And he goes to the board: A, always; B, C, closing; always be closing; always be closing. Because the only thing that matters is to get them to sign on the line that is dotted. That is not going to work today. You can't
Mm.
always be closing. You can't
Mm.
even close the sale until you effectively open the sale. So the
Yeah.
ABCs of selling, to always be closing, to try to get them to close, let that go. Divorce that completely. Don't even allow yourself to think about that. Tonight, I told my sister Terilee that I'm going to teach something that's going to revolutionize the entrepreneurs that take part in this business. I'm going to teach you guys the new ABCs of selling. The
Oh.
new ABCs of selling. Now,
Okay.
I initially learned from this from the great Daniel Pink. Daniel Pink he's one of the more popular thought leaders today. He's a speaker and he's a scientist, not a scientist, a researcher, and he studies a lot of stuff. But he came up with these things called the ABCs of selling, and I have Brianized
Oh,
his
okay.
ABCs of selling. Okay,
That's awesome. I Terry Lee eyes things all the time. So let's
right.
hear it. I'm excited.
So the A in selling today, the A stands for attunement. A for attunement.
Okay.
Can you see what you offer through your potential client's eyes? Can you
Mm.
see it through their eyes? There's an old sales adage: to sell John Jay what John Jay buys, you have to be able to see it through John Jay's eyes. Okay? Can you see it the way they see it? Do you make it easy for them to work with you?
Mm.
So many times, particularly on LinkedIn,
Yeah.
they want to give potential clients homework assignments before they've earned the right. Hey, Terilee, I'm thinking about, I want you to know what I do, Terilee, so I want you to go to my Calendly link and schedule an appointment with me so I can tell you all about what I do. That's it, okay? Now, if she doesn't know me, she doesn't know me well enough to even know if I want to do the homework assignment of going to my Calendly link. I haven't earned the right to ask her to do anything. But it happens over and over and over again today. Hey,
Yep.
so what do you do for a living? Here's my card. Go to my website and check out my stuff. Okay. I don't know if I want to go to your website yet. Answer the question for me. Okay, so do we make it hard for
Sorry.
people or make it easy for them? Tell me why that chuckles you.
Well, it's true. We don't even know. We don't even know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
You
That's
haven't
it.
earned the right yet.
Yes, we
Yes,
haven't earned the right. Yes, yes.
that's right. You know, we got to give before we can get. We have to
Yeah.
serve first. You have to, might as well make a feast of it right now. You're going to have to give some value for
Mm.
free to earn the right to ask for money. Okay.
Yep.
That might be brilliant what I just said. You're going to have to give some value for
Yep.
free
Yep.
to order you to earn the right to ask for money. Okay.
Yep.
So the A stands for attunement,
Okay.
seeing it through their eyes, making it easy for them to work with you. The B stands for buoyancy.
Buoyance.
Buoyancy.
Okay. I'm ready.
Yes,
Yes.
because the life of an entrepreneur is fraught with peaks and valleys, wins and losses. And sometimes how we answer the question of, can I do this, is going to make all the difference. Can I bounce back from this? Matter of fact, that's one question I do want my entrepreneur friends to start asking themselves, particularly if they're not winning. Ask yourself, do I really have what it takes to succeed in this? Because very often you'll say, yes, I do. I do. I have, even if I haven't succeeded yet, I can do this. Buoyancy. Can you keep yourself afloat when things
Yes.
are crumbling around you? Can you
Yes.
keep your attitude up? Can you go from one enthusiastic moment to the next enthusiastic moment without losing steam? You
Yes.
know,
Yes.
buoyancy. Can you keep
Mm.
yourself up? Very often we cannot keep ourselves up by ourselves, which is why it's so important to have somebody in your circle, or the more the merrier, that will encourage you. Who encourages the encouragers? You know, who
Right.
encourages the encouragers? You're going to have somebody to bounce off of, you know, iron sharpening iron, buoyancy. And if you're getting beat down enough times or enough losses, you may need some help. You might need to reach out to Terilee and say, Terilee, my sister, let me tell you, this business is kicking my butt, girl.
Yeah.
Have you
Yeah.
ever got that call?
I have from
Of
discouraged
course
people.
you have. Of
Yes.
course you have.
Yes. Because we know that our entrepreneurial life isn't always like this, Brian. You know, you're saying it. It's like this. And then just
Yep.
when we think we're there, boom, right? We
Yep.
know. We know.
Yep.
Buoyancy is so important. I love it that, and I've never looked at it that way. I've never looked at it that way. Just the buoyancy aspect of it. Wow.
Yep. Attunement, buoyancy, and what
Yep.
the last one is clarity.
Mm-hmm.
Clarity. Do you
Okay.
know what you're really doing? Do other people around you know what you're really doing? Okay. Do you
Mm.
know and do they know? Do you know and do they? Are you clear as to what your real mission is? And the people that you're serving, are they also clear on your real mission? Attunement, buoyancy, and clarity. Adopting these as a mindset, as a way of going about your workday, I think will have a lot to do with helping entrepreneurs to make peace with their days, for one, and to go work in a disciplined way. How was that?
It was stunning. It was stunning. And I have to say, so I'm going to call out Chela Diaz, who many of you in my world know. And Chela is always on the lookout for, when I do things, will people understand this? Is this clear? Coming from just what you're saying about the clarity, and what a gift that is when she does that, because I'm like, oh no, I thought it was right, but it's not right, right? So having a relationship with someone in our business and in our life that can be that person. Maybe you have a partner in your clarity partners, if you will, where you're able to say, hey, did you see this? Or I wonder what we're doing. I think that's so important. And maybe it's somebody in our virtual team chapter that we're meeting who's a power partner, someone we can easily refer. And we're just going to keep an eye out for each other on that. I think that I can see what you're saying, because sometimes I think that everything is so clear and it's like, oh, no, it's not at all. Does that happen to you? Does that happen to you?
It does. Right? And I'm going to tell you this here. I once I was a sales speaker at the Small Business Boot Camp for Women, and it was up in New Jersey. Okay. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina now. And so I'm the sales speaker, and I like to be very, very participatory, interactive. So I'm off the lectern, and I'm in the front row, and there's a lady in the front row. She's dressed wonderfully, and she's mature. And I said, so what do you do for a living? And I put the mic in her face, and she very proudly says, well, I'm a national sales director with Mary Kay. And I said, okay, now what does that mean? You're a national sales director with Mary Kay. Because I'm not in Mary Kay. I have no idea what national sales director for Mary Kay means. So what does that mean? And she was, you know what? If you're not in Mary Kay, you have no idea what that means. Okay. So, and she ended up becoming one of my favorite clients because she was very, very organized. And she was able to show me that by working with me, it had improved her net bottom line by 41%. And she could show me statistically. So I like clients that could do that. That was amazing to me. She goes, Brian, but when you asked me that question, she had never thought that it's not clear. If you introduce yourself as, I'm a national sales director for Mary Kay, what does that mean? Okay. So we helped her form a better answer to that question.
See, I knew what you meant because I have lots of Mary Kay friends, and I'm like, dang, she's successful. But yeah, no, other people would not know. So we have to remember that. We have to remember that. And then if we could, let's back up to buoyancy just a little bit.
Yes.
Especially right now. 2020 has been quite interesting, has it not? And in some ways, it's all about new opportunities. And then there's all the things, the uncertainty, I just told my daughter in love today, I said, God is teaching, we're learning patience, right? Patience like never before. And, but yet, just to hang in there. Like I chose to hang in there every day. And I told my husband sometimes it feels like things are moving in slow motion. Like the momentum is there, but it's slow motion. And I don't know if other people feel that way too, but it's important just even in the slow motion, or if something didn't go right that day, we gotta just pick ourselves up, right? And I think that this is where having people like yourself in our network, where we can go, and maybe it is, oh my gosh, Brian is doing another live, I got to listen in because I need to get pumped up, right? Right? It's. I mean, I invited you back so we could all get excited for the week. This is a new week coming, right? We're ending we're hitting mid-October here. We're in the middle of the fourth quarter, and we do need to keep moving. And some of us might have needed that boost, But yeah, what in addition, what might you say about buoyancy? Because it's so important.
When you, I love what you said about just hanging in there and still keep working. Okay, still inch by inch, anything is a cinch. Okay, when you plant a seed in the ground, okay, when you plant a seed into some good ground, your business, and you're in the right arenas and you're reaching out to the right people, you're working in good ground. A lot of things happen to that seed that people above the ground can't see. Okay. It might look like nothing is going on, but that seed is warming up in the ground and it's splitting apart and it's sending out root structure down and around it, seeking out nutrients, seeking out minerals, seeking out moisture. And then once it has done that, and you still can't see these things above the ground, it sends up a blade of grass. Now that blade of grass, before it gets to air, it has to go through some dirt. Okay. Some people call it, you have to go through some crap to get to the air, but it has to go through some things. Okay. You have to go. That's why people that have been in business for a while, they have some history to call back on that brand new people don't have yet. You know, they have more depth, if you will. Okay.
Yes.
So that has to go through a dirt to get to a blade of grass. And then when it gets to the place where that blade of grass can get to the air, if there's a rock or a root or a building or something in the way, nature always wins. So that blade of grass just go around it until it finds a place where it can. And if you think about yourself by still just keep working, keep doing something daily, inch by inch, anything is a cinch. And if you keep working on your business daily, you will win. You know, I'm a believer. And as a believer, we know the punchline of the Bible is no matter what happens, ultimately, we always win. We always win. That's the punchline. You mentioned another thing I want to piggyback on if I can. You said we're about to enter into a new week. Now, I teach, and I want all my entrepreneurs that can do this to work a 5-day work week. Okay. I put them, whether they're coaches, consultants, insurance agents, real estate, all of them. Okay. Monday through Friday is your work. Anything you do on the weekends is bonus. Okay. So I want to put them on a 5-day work week. And I say Monday is the most important day of your work week. The most important day. Now, I teach people how to do this, but you have to determine what ingredients equal a winning day for your business. And that's one of the things I do when someone has a trial coaching session with me. I teach them how to determine what's a winning day for their business. But once you learn what's a winning day for your business, like if I push against the wall all day long, and if I push against that wall, even if I get tired, if that wall never moves, no work was done. Okay. And a lot of times entrepreneurs do a lot of stuff that doesn't equal work. So I know that might sound harsh to somebody, but you're doing all of this stuff that's not really work. It's preparing you to work, but it's not actually work. So I teach them how to win on Mondays because Monday is the most important day of your work week. And life is not going to let you win every single day, but I train folks and I show folks how to win at least 3 out of 5. If you have 3 out of 5 winning days a week, you can have winning weeks, you can have winning months, you have winning years.
I love that. I love it. See, it's already Monday here. That's right. And so I'm going to win today. And do you know what I love about my Mondays, which are different than yours, is for the people in North America that are my people. You see, it's really like Sunday night for you all. So Mondays are my chance to ramp things up. So actually, I probably need to win on Tuesdays when you're all available instead.
Well, good. So Tuesday can be your Monday because you get to decide. I
do. And you know what? I like the concept of winning at least 3 days out of the week because what does that do for our buoyancy? It gives us the confidence and keeps us moving because
that's right.
When we lose our confidence, when we begin to lose, that's when we don't move forward, you know. And I don't know, Brian, if you know, people who watch me know, I have on my board up here, I have like my goals and like the things that have been accomplished and my little posties move. And yeah, if I get caught up in my stuff, all of a sudden it's like, oh, nothing's happening because I'm not driving it anymore. And so just that reminder to keep our confidence up and not be shaken. And the things I also will put, like when I meet new connections that I think are possibly like things that can really like move the business forward, I put them on a wall and I keep them. And like a month later, I'll go back and look and well, that wasn't it. Well, that wasn't it. But that's okay because my thing is I'm always looking for the people that are looking for me. And maybe it wasn't those particular people that it was the right timing for, right? But we can't be discouraged when you look at all of them that weren't for you. We're looking for the gold. We're looking for those who are.
At any given moment, at some point, somebody is looking for exactly what you have at any given moment. I keep going to old sales adages, but
Do it.
it's 25, 50, 25. That's how I look at it.
Okay.
25% of your marketplace is going to do business with you just because you and them connect. One out of four.
Yep.
1 out of 4. They can hear you and you can hear them. Y'all clicked. 1 out of 4. They work just because of that. 50% of your marketplace, anybody can get. Your competition can get. Anybody else can get. Any kind of person can get. They're open season. Anybody can have a shot at them. And then the remaining 25% is anybody but you. And you're never going to get them. So, because you're not going to click with them. But you have a shot at 3 out of 4 people. You don't have a shot at 100% of people because it's not going to fit. Fit before fee. Fit before fee. Find the people that fit with you and the way you work, because you have a right to your personality. You have a right to the speed at which you want to work and the way you want to work. Fit before fee. You don't supposed to sell everybody. You're supposed to sell the right fits for you.
Wow. There's been so many golden nuggets, my friend. So many. And we should save some more for another time. I'm sure the Brian K. McNeill fans would just love that. So if you have loved what you've heard today, and I want to thank you. I want to thank you for I'm going to say it, bringing us into the new week, and where do we need to make a shift? What did you speak to that inspired us or moved us forward? If you want to connect with Brian, I know he's excited to connect with you, and that would be at calendly.com/BK McNeill, or a phone number that he has listed. So
now that Calendly, I want to say that's a free selling your services consultation. It'll be 15, 20 minutes. All it takes is the courage for you to type that in and schedule it. Okay, that's it. Mm-hmm.
That's so good. That's so good. So anything you want to say in closing, anything sparkly you want to say? What do you have going on this week that we might need to know about? Are you doing anything special that we could know about and support or attend, or what do you have going on? Tell us.
Yes, I do. This is an exciting week for me because of things like this, opportunities like this. I am scheduled on 3 major podcasts this week. So I'm excited about that, exposing myself to different audiences. And we all have these opportunities. There's lots and lots of podcast shows, so you should get on some of them. I am going to do Monday Night Sales Mastery, which is tomorrow night. And this is going to be the last time I do it weekly. I'm going to go to monthly on that. Instead of just doing it every Monday. Now, I do it every Monday night now. I'm going to do it again tomorrow night, but it's going to be once a month from there on out. Monday Night Sales Mastery. But and I am going to be with team as much as possible. I'm going to be part of LinkedIn too.
Oh my gosh, LinkedIn is the bomb. Hey,
the LinkedIn training, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So listen, Brian is creating FOMO because now we need to watch him. We need to make sure we hit that Monday night episode once a month, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Monday Night Sales Mastery. 30 minutes of immediately actionable sales training.
Okay, everyone. So connect with him. Take the time to talk to him, everyone. I think that he talked about have the courage and hit the button and go find the time. I think you'll be glad you did. There's nothing that can go wrong. There is nothing that can go wrong. And I know that he's here to uplift and support. And I think you'll have fun too. So Brian and I wish you an extraordinary week, and you never know when you'll see us back here at Team Talk Live. So everyone have a great rest of your day. Thank you, Brian. You're